college, I worked at a recreation center. That's where I first started to begin to create songs for children. In 1956, I was offered a job by WTTW to host a show. It was called the Totem Club. I accepted the position. It was my first professional job as a singer. Even though I had no formal music training whatsoever, I had a job as a professional singer. I couldn't believe it. It was an accident that I got onto the Totem Club. I used to meet once a week with a group of teenagers that liked drums, like this one and conga drums and other kinds too. We'd bring some maracas along and we'd have a lot of fun. We're out on the sidewalk one day, and a man just walked up to us and said, "I like how you play, and I like how you work with these young people, and I'd like you to be in my show on TV." What? But we're just doing this for fun. We aren't professionals. He said that was just fine, and that he'd like me to be on a show for children. It was called the Totem Club. At the time, it was WTTW's most popular show. Before I was on the Totem Club, things like the Mexican hat dance were considered rather racy for middle school students. When I came, I introduced games to the children and teens. I also introduced the idea that at a young age you could be a musician. You don't need training or to be 21. Anyone can be a musician. I also dealt with racial bias when I came onto the Totem Club. I had marched for civil rights. Racial bias needed to be addressed here. The middle school students that were on the Totem Club were all white. I believed they should be racially mixed. I found a good way to break down this racial barrier was to educate the children around me about the different cultures. I found a good way to do this was through song. Even something as simple as how to say hello in a different language can break down a barrier. Come on now, when I point at you, you repeat what I just said, all right? Jumbo, jumbo, jumbo sana jumbo, jumbo sana jumbo, 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 jumbo sana jumbo, jumbo sana jumbo. Hello, hello, hello everybody, hello, hello everybody, hello. Very good. Another one of my favorite games is this. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4. Come on now, isn't this fun? 5 potato, 6 potato, 7 potato, more. Some children that are growing up today are the second or even third or fourth generations to enjoy my music. In my role as professional singer, which I still am today over 40 years later, I incorporated and still incorporate today such things as rhymes from my childhood into songs like this one. Miss Mary Mac, 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 all dressed in black, 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 with silver buttons, buttons, buttons all down her back, back, back. She jumped so high, 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 she touched the sky, sky, sky. She never came down, 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 till the 4th of July, lie, lie. I think that the children are the ones who help me grow and make my life so much more meaningful. Not the other way around. We can learn a great deal from children. Just the handshake, the sincerity, the smiles about their face, and the expression in their eyes. That is what makes me thrive more. Now, do any of you know what this is? Drum. Yeah, a drum. These are maracas. You already met my harmonica, of course. Now, does anyone know what this is? No?
Looks like shells.
Looks like it, however, it is not. It is a goat hoof shaker from Bolivia. Isn't that interesting? I also use some other things that you might find more regularly, like triangle, shells, clackers, sticks, and sometimes I even use a train whistle. In the 50s and 60s, there were very, very few, if any, children's musicians except for Ella Jenkins. She made a concert interactive and fun. The children would participate instead of just being fidgety listeners. So, even though she Seeger has said that she's an amazing person and that what makes her different is that she gets people to participate. She gets the children to sing and she gets the parents to participate. Even though they might appear uncomfortable, she treats them all with respect and they all seem to enjoy it. Ralph Covert, a children's musician, has said that without Ella Jenkins, he doesn't know what children's music would be. She's that fundamentally essential to the growth of children's music. Ella Jenkins, the First Lady of Children's Music.